So the Trump administration is beginning to tell its face-saving stories about the fact that Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz and today detained two ships, one of them Israeli. This is the White House press secretary, Caroline Levitt, on Fox News today.
I want to ask you about these ships that Iran seized. We're continuing to get reporting on this. Does the seizure of two ships, as we said, they were Greek and Mediterranean owned ships with cargo on them, and the reports are that Iran basically seized them and then moved them into Iranian waters. We don't know what's going to happen to these crews. We're not sure where all of this is going. Does the president view that as a violation of the ceasefire?
No, because these were not U.S. ships. These were not Israeli ships. These were two international vessels. And for the American media, who is sort of blowing this out of proportion to discredit the president's facts, that he has completely obliterated Iran's conventional navy, these two ships were taken by speedy gunboats. Iran has gone from having the most lethal navy in the Middle East to now acting like a bunch of pirates. They don't have control over the strait. This is piracy that we are seeing on display. And the naval blockade that the United States has imposed continues to be incredibly effective. And to be clear, the blockade is on ships going to and from Iranian ports. And the point of this is the economic leverage that we maintain over Iran now. While there's a ceasefire with respect to the military and kinetic strikes, Operation Economic Fury continues. And the crux of that is this naval blockade. We are choking their economy. We are strangling their main source of revenue. They can't pay their own people. They're losing $500 million every single day. Karg Island is completely full of oil because they can't transport it to and from. So the president, the cards are in his hands.
First thing you notice there is that she was rambling, but that's what happens when you're lying and you know it. Then she said neither of those ships belonged to either the US or Israel, which is why the reporter said one of the ships belonged to the Mediterranean. Now, I don't know any country named the Mediterranean, but, that's still one of those things you try to make up when you don't want us to know the truth. But we already know the truth because we have heard the report, and we know that one of those ships belonged to Israel. Something else she said there that's very ridiculous coming from her is that Iran is now operating as pirates. Imagine America, the country that has had pirate ships across the high seas all over the world, boarding and hijacking and sometimes stealing the contents of the ships they hijack for months now, calling somebody else a pirate. Now, I think it's really funny when you think about it. I mean, Iran is intercepting ships that are crossing the strait illegally, and they are being called pirates by the US, which has ships in international waters, the high seas, intercepting and boarding and hijacking other vessels. Unfortunately for them, though, now they no longer have complete control of information. So now we do get to hear the truth and see the truth. And that's the difference. We know exactly what happened here. So their lies make no difference. Just saying. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, and follow.